Good afternoon.
Okay, how are you, sir? All well?
Fantastic. Full of beans, ecstatic,
Oh,
enjoying.
wow, wow. That's great. That's great. Amazing, amazing. So tell me, do you have any plans for the upcoming weekend? Anything
No,
special
no,
that
no,
you're
no.
going to do?
No. I have only half day of Saturday free. Otherwise, I'm not free at all because Sunday Toastmaster Club and up to Friday my classes. Miss only Saturday after gym, after having lunch, I am free. So this
Oh,
half time I get actually, and this time can be utilized by my family if they want.
okay, 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 okay. That's great. So would you like to stay home or would you like to go out with your family?
No, I always like to stay home, and because unless somebody pulls me
Mhm.
out,
Okay, okay. So you will be available for them, right?
yeah, I am available for them. If they ask me, they request me, then I go. Because
Okay,
I
okay.
am just like buffalo. If
Mhm.
you'd have seen buffalo that once enters into water, you cannot take it out.
Oh, yes, yes, that
So
is
I
true.
am that buffalo who is already in the water, and you if you want to take it out, it is difficult.
Oh my God. And how was your session with your new student yesterday?
Oh, fantastic! Actually, that I told you that energetic student has come, and I like it actually because she likes, and she told again to yesterday that sir, you fantastic, sir. You the way you teach, oh my God! And every student was looking at her because she was
Mm.
appreciating. So my students became emotional.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And you told me that you will be having a role play in your session,
Yeah,
right? You will
yesterday
have a role.
I had role play.
Okay.
I played two roles actually. One was the booking clerk because I was in railway, so I uh, took one role, booking clerk at ticket counter, and the passenger
Mhm.
comes to ask for ticket, and he says that there is no ticket for this train. So he requests a lot in any train in any class, and then
Mhm.
finally one seat is available for him,
Okay.
and that is why how to pay cash or by online. So that these
Mhm.
everything. And then
Wow.
second was that I told you the bank manager opened many accounts yesterday in my class.
Mhm. Amazing. That's great. That's great. So these role plays are very close to real life situations, I
Very
would say. It
close
will
to,
help them
yes,
to face.
yes, yes,
So these are
definitely.
the situations that they may encounter in real life as well, and it will help them to get through it and navigate through it, right?
Quite correct, actually, because this is the only way how to teach students that to speak with people, and that is why today I'm going to give them the role of and taking an appointment from doctor from the
Hmm.
hospital. Yeah. So today's,
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody will be the patient and somebody will be doctor, or doctor, not doctor, the person who is looking after the doctor's work. He will
Mm-hmm.
talk from hospital.
Okay. That's great. That's great. So do you just focus on spoken English or do you involve them in any writing activity as
No,
well?
no, 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 no. I do everything, but for 2 or 3 days continue. Actually, then I think that I have to change. Means I
Mm-hmm.
continuously change my way of teaching. I don't have the same way of teaching because that is
Mm-hmm.
monotonous sometimes. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want my students to get bored, and that's why I change
True.
something. I change daily.
Yeah. And what is the duration of course?
No, there is no limit. I tell you, the
Mm-hmm.
duration, of course, 3 months I have given. But
Okay.
somebody asked me, sir, can it be completed in 1 month? I say yes. If you are
Mm-hmm.
fully devoted and if you are doing all the homework, you are not missing anything, you will learn in 1 month. But what happens when my students they work somewhere, they say that it is difficult for me to take out this time for completing homework. So if this situation is such, then I don't take any miss uh, that what say promise. I don't give you any promise. But if
Mm-hmm.
you complete my homework regularly, I promise you that in 1 month you will see a remarkable change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but sometimes it's easier said than done. Nothing can
Oh
change
my
it.
God. So, this is the boneless tongue, you can
Mhm.
say.
Yeah, actually, it takes a little longer. Okay, sir, the topic that we have for today's discussion is financial literacy. It's one of the most important topics that we can discuss. And this is something that we have never discussed before. What is financial literacy? How can we gain financial literacy? How can we become financially literate? So that is something that we can discuss. So can we start?
Definitely. I am ready always. So, yeah, so I tell you why it is happening, why our people or our children are not financially literate. Because because no college, no school is teaching, or you can say no, we are never taught how to manage money, how to manage stress, how to manage tension. Nothing means this is very important. If this video can be sent to prime minister, I would, our finance minister, I would like to send, to tell them that please, or education minister, to start these two things, education of money management, and education of how to handle stress and tension, because very
Hmm.
very important, and no college and or schools are teaching this. So we have never been taught, I tell you. And not only me, I don't think that anybody would, like you, I ask you, have you been taught any time that how to manage money? So
No,
what
no, no.
happens, I tell you, that is why our children, our new generation, you can say Gen Z, doesn't know how to spend money. I tell you, to earn money is easy, but to spend money is difficult. To manage money is difficult. So
Yeah,
what happens? That is why, the new generation wants instant gratification.
yeah,
Everything they want today, today, today. They don't believe in future, and that is why they come into trap of this social media, these banks, and then they struggle a lot, I tell you. They are under debt, and they can't pay the debts, and they suffer a lot, I tell you. So why it is happening? Because they were not given the education how to manage money. So that is why I would like to tell you that through this medium, through this video, I would like to tell my students and children, or the new generation, that how to manage money. And then I think they may understand, and they may follow or not. It is up to them. Okay, so what I want to say, some important thing, that how to save money, how to invest money, how to keep some amount of money as for an emergency,
hmm,
and how to save money for your retirement. One day everybody has to retire who is working. Businessmen never get retired, or the politicians are, they never get retired. But uh, job, whosoever is working has to be
hmm.
retired.
Yeah,
So that is why we must plan for retirement also.
true.
We must plan for our old age, and we must plan for emergency, because we don't know when emergency is going to come. Nobody knows. All of a sudden somebody, oh my god, what happened? Book the
Cardiac arrest.
cab immediately and go, or take the car and go. And then doctor says he has an heart attack, he has a heart
Hmm.
attack.
Or
And
a cardiac
then go to the counter, deposit 1,50,000, then we will start treatment. This is how it happening, I tell you.
yeah, yeah, it's
Without
a reality.
depositing money, they don't start treatment, I tell you.
Hmm,
So
hmm,
that, if you have not never thought about this, then how will you do this? And then you will go to somebody to borrow, And nowadays people are such, they will be speaking very sweetly, where they will show that you they are very close to you, but as soon as you ask money, oh my god, 10 minutes ago, if you would have come 10 minutes ago, I could give you, I
Mm.
have given to somebody else.
Oh,
And this is fixed dialogue of people.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
So
That's true.
they start telling that, they start excusing that they don't have money, and now you go to other person, and this is how people are struggling,
Mm-hmm.
because they don't know how to save money. I tell you very simple one sentence, that one sentence, this is mantra, you can understand. This is a mantra, I can tell you. We should save money after spending. No, we should spend money after saving.
Oh, that's great.
I repeat. Yeah, this
That
is
is great.
complicated. We
No,
should
no.
spend money after saving, not neither. We should save money after spending. And what we do, our people do, they
Yeah.
spend money, then think about saving.
Yes, exactly. That is the root cause of every problem, I would say. We don't save first, then spend. We spend first, then we save.
Suppose you save the money, and now it is in FD, fixed deposit. So who is going to take out money from bank? And then you will be able to survive, you will be able to run the kitchen in the money which you have. But
Hmm.
if you have a lot of money, you did not save, you thought that I will save later. So there is no guarantee that you are going to save money. So that is
Hmm.
why, first of all, go and save. When as soon as you get the salary, go and save at least 10%. I tell everybody, at least 10% of your salary must be saved.
Hmm.
And the
That's
best investment, if you ask me, the best investment is SIP or mutual fund. I have already told you. because
mm-hmm.
and because and then start is SIP or mutual fund, and never see how much you have saved. Never go to bank, never try to find out that how much money you have already saved. No, forget it. Say start SIP per month, and let it be deducted from the bank account. Forget it. And I tell you, this money will be helpful when you will get retired, because that
Yeah,
time
that's
this small little amount will become a hefty amount,
yes.
or
That is
huge
true.
amount. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
true.
you will not have to work. I tell you, money will work for you. What
Mm-hmm.
happens actually, initially we work for money, but
Hmm.
if you save in such a way, then you will receive a lot of money, or huge money, or hefty money, and that money will work for you. That money will start earning without any work. You don't work.
Yes, of course, of course. That is true. That's
So
true.
this is the funda. This is the mantra. If you want to live your life happily, first save. First of all, as soon as you get salary, go and save. And then the remaining money should be spent in home chores, house chores.
Yeah,
Are-
that's
Do you
true.
agree? Do you agree?
Yes, yes, sir. Why not? This is something that I get to hear from my husband as well. He's financially very aware, and you are the one. I can completely resonate with what you are saying. But okay, I have a question for you. When did you become financially aware or literate?
Just today only.
No, no, it is not. That it's
I
not
tell you,
possible.
I tell you, I have never been financially literate actually. Nobody taught me, nobody told me, and that is why I did not. I did actually. I started SIP very late, but
Mm,
one thing I knew. I don't know who told me. I don't know, but as soon as I started earning money, I spent in property. I invested
mm.
in property, not spend.
That
Invested
is
in
also
property.
an investment. That is also an
and and I tell you, when I was going to buy some big house, I was not happy, because I was going to buy new house, big
mm-hmm.
house, I was happy because I was going to sell the house, which I took in loan. I had to pay every month EMI. And now
Mm,
I have miss that EMI I have miss, you can say I have got rid of. Miss, I
mm.
no EMI. I am very happy because if you know, if you have taken loan and you have to pay EMI, it, and after retirement it is a tension, stress only, nothing else. Anxiety,
That's
always you will be thinking, oh my god, 30, it is 30, 31st, tomorrow I have to pay 30,000, and this
mm,
30,000 was like 3 lakhs for me.
yeah, that's true. That's
And
true.
as soon as I sold the house and then I bought this house, at least
Mhm.
because the paper was there in the bank, I took out after completing the loan, because I sold the house, so I got the check and I decided to get rid of from this
So
loan.
you took a final sigh of relief after
Final
repaying
sigh
the
of
amount
relief.
to bank.
I got that
Oh,
day. Final sigh of relief. So I don't have any debt. And this is
mm,
very important in this age. If
yes,
you want to become happy, if you want to glow like I'm glowing, because of there is no loan, no debt.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
now
That is.
second thing. Credit card is the poison, I tell you. Credit card is ruining my new generation. So I would like to tell you about credit card, and for those children who are using without thinking the credit card.
Mhm. True,
Credit
true.
card is meant for earning of banks, not for our safety or our
Mm,
financially independence. No, never.
mhm.
It is meant for that they have given you liberty to buy 50,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, and the limit is can go on and on.
Yeah,
But
it's endless. Hmm.
endless. And what happens? Our children don't understand why this credit card is meant, for whom this is meant. For whom this is meant. Do you Are you going to get salary or at the fixed date, on the fixed date? Then you can use this credit card, and as soon as you get salary you pay it. This is okay, there is no problem. But what happens if you don't know when you are going to get salary, or you don't have any salary and you have spent money? Then how will you pay this? And then they will add compound interest, and this compound interest is too much, that I tell you, the 50,000 will become 1 lakhs in 1 year.
Oh, yes, that is
Double.
true. The
Double.
interest rate is very high.
Very high. This is compound interest and very high. And it means you can say the interest on interest.
Yeah,
Interest on
true.
interest. That is called
It
compound
will
interest.
grow. Yeah, it will
That is
grow
called
manifold.
compound
We
interest.
can.
Yeah, that is called compound interest. So that is why this is the dangerous thing, and I would not suggest my children to use
Mhm,
credit card. Use debit card, because the money you have in your account will be spent,
mhm.
no problem. At least you will not have any botherism. You will not have
Yeah.
any trouble to pay the bills. So and that is why use your debit card. Never use credit card. I never suggest. And I tell you, I got one credit card, and it expired, but I did not use it. And
I was
finally,
about
I
I was I was about to ask you the same question. Do you personally make use of credit
yeah,
cards?
once I was pressurized by somebody, some of my friends, and he told us, please, he's my son, he's working in credit card department, why don't you buy? And I bought. But after that I never used it, and it expired and never renewed it. Never.
Mm.
So I am against of credit card.
So we
Okay.
can say it leads to over expenditure, right?
Yeah, definitely. No, over expenditure is not the matter. Matter is how will you pay. If you know how to pay, if you know how you are going to pay, it's okay. I told you, no. But if
Mhm.
you don't know how to pay, don't spend the money.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. You
That's
will
your
have to
problem.
be very vigilant and alert. Okay, when do I have to pay? What is the date for repaying the amount? If you
And
don't
they
know, if you
and
cross that date, oh my God.
and people always forget, because when you are buying things you are happy, but after that you forget everything.
Yeah,
So that's
that's
why the banks charge a lot of money. Okay, so this is about credit card. Then I would like to tell you about the EMIs. What happens? Suppose you have taken a loan and you have to pay in 60 months. What the bank will suggest you? Sir, why don't you increase the time period? Your EMI will be reduced, and then you can enjoy your life. And then they will suggest you to do it for 84 months, or like 60 months, 84 months. So, but we don't understand. Our EMI is going to be reduced, but the interest is going to be double.
Oh.
Double, quite double. Like it is, if it is 10 rupees, it is going to be 20 rupees.
Oh my God. That's
Bank
something that
always,
nobody tells us that. Nobody will tell you that, right?
nobody. And second thing, I tell you that how people spend money, because they earn a lot. So they think, I have enough money. And one day, somebody told them or him that you are going to be promoted, and your salary is going to be increased a lot. I think 50,000 you are going to get from the next month. So he becomes very happy. But this is not the question of being happy, I tell you, because I have experienced, when your salary increases, your expenditures increase, and the same thing happens. There is no difference. If you have like, if you plan in such a way, okay, that 50,000 I'm not going to spend, then you are going to save a lot of money. But what
Hmm.
happens, as soon as your salary is increased, you have started spending more.
Yeah, that is true.
Again, the
That
same thing is, you are
has,
same, you are same.
yeah.
Because the funda is wrong. No, I told you the funda must be that after saving you must spend, and
You
then if
must.
you use this funda, then you can do, because the 50,000 is going to be saved. But you
Hmm.
don't do it. You don't do it.
That
I
is
tell
true.
you, I tell you one example, very real example. I think I would have told you that a boy and girl, they studied in Kanpur IIT. They completed their engineering from Kanpur IIT, and they loved each other and they got married. And they got job through placement agency in the IIT Kanpur, and they were given the package of 1 crore, both, 1 crore, because they were very intelligent. And then they were given the job in America. They moved to America, both of them
Oh.
moved to
Hmm.
America. And then they, because they were getting a lot of money, hefty amount or huge amount, package, it was package actually. So they started spending a lot. They
Oh.
bought many things like Mercedes car of 60
Oh.
lakhs and something. And
Luxurious things.
home they bought, everything they bought, they did. And they started paying EMIs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And in 2008, if you don't remember, because you would have been, I think, very young, in 2008, and the recession came. That was the biggest recession I have seen in my life. And the job, both were fired.
Oh
Both
God.
were fired from the companies, and they both committed suicide.
That is a very disheartening and disappointing thing.
This is
Okay.
real incident I'm telling you. That is why I want to tell my new generation that please be careful for the future. You don't know what is going to happen in the future. So be prepared for that. Don't take that much loan which you cannot pay. Suppose you are being fired, because what happens actually, our now generation, new generation, when they get a job, actually they become complacent. They start thinking that, oh, I have got the good job. But this is not correct actually. If they don't become like this complacent, and they start they continue working hard, then it is no problem, then they will get another job. But they become
Yeah.
complacent and they stop working, learning. And that is why this happens. That is why this
Yeah.
happens.
That's true. And life
All
is
of a
very
sudden,
unpredictable. Maybe we meet with an accident, or there can be some health emergency. Anything can happen, right? At
anything,
any time.
anything. So that, and you have taken a lot of loans, many loans,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you are paying EMIs. So all of a sudden,
Hmm.
how will you pay the EMIs? And when the
How?
phones will start coming from the banks, then you cannot handle. And that finally they committed suicide. So I
Oh my
read
God.
this news in a newspaper. That's why I'm telling you to you.
So if you have taken a lot of debt from a bank, that you cannot repay, you have no other option.
And I tell you the responsibility of social media. I tell you for these all these things, social media is responsible. Why? Because of Instagram, Facebook, people are showing off that I have bought Mercedes and see my new home.
Hmm.
And
Let me tell you,
the
let
person
me
who,
tell you, one of our relatives, they bought, there is a couple, okay, I know them very well. They bought bike for rupees 6 to 7 lakh, just because they are fond of bikes. So they bought a bike worth rupees 6 to 7 lakh rupees, just for show off, just because they have some obsession, for bikes. So they spend 6 to 7 lakh rupees for bikes. And let me tell you, they are not very affluent or opulent, I can say, right? They are
yes,
not very rich, but still they went for that.
you are right. What I wanted to tell you that because because those peers of them see
Mhm.
that on Facebook or them, oh my God, they have he has got this, I don't
Mhm.
have, and then they start. So
Yes,
this is the problem actually, the flaunting, the showing off. That we say like nowadays it is dangerous thing, I tell you, because everybody wants to show off what they
that
have bought, and immediately they put on upload on social media. So that is the
that
dangerous thing.
so
So
they
I
are
think
already,
how much time we have?
it is already over, sir. It's already
Okay,
over.
so
You
let me
have to,
conclude,
you have to, yeah.
and let me conclude, and the conclude I will conclude with two sentences which are more than that mantra which I told you in the beginning. That you would have heard about Chetan Bhagat's Poor Dad Rich Dad,
Yes.
and the book was there, Poor Dad Rich Dad. But today I am going to tell you good dad and bad dad. Who
Okay.
is good dad and who is bad dad? So good dad is the dad who purchases assets, and bad dad is dad who purchases liabilities for children.
Hmm. True.
After his death, the children are
Yeah.
struggling to
Make
pay the amounts, and because they have
EMI,
liabilities,
loan. Yeah,
EMIs.
liability.
So that is why good dad is dad who purchase assets. Assets means properties, this, that,
Property.
but no worries, because everything is free from debt.